Hello everyone and welcome to the weekend. Today is Saturday, August 5th, and I will be doing your single card pull to see what all messages are coming in for you from the universe. I also, earlier this week, I had posted a video, one of those "Is This Your Person" type of messages, where it's a channeled message for a specific type of scenario, so you can kind of listen along and see if it seems like that is resonating and matching up. I'm also going to be doing a twin flame reading coming out here shortly, so that'll post this weekend as well. But let's go ahead and jump in with our fire signs. So that's our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and see what God, Spirit, the Divine, is wanting you to know for this weekend. The World. So this is the 21st card in the Major Arcana. So this is the wrapping up, it's the completion, it's kind of triumph and success. So it's the end of some sort of a cycle, whatever that cycle may be. End of some sort of a karmic cycle. A lesson has been learned. So that's what is coming through. Let's see if the Gaia cards can give any more context to that. Purification, fire. Bare essentials, the naked truth, wholeness. And with that one, with the bare essentials and the naked truth part, that's kind of a matter of stripping away, I'll call it, all of the fluff. So it's stripping away whatever's going on in your life where you're thinking, oh, I need to do this, I need to be this, I need to act this way. And it's really stripping it down to, who are you? Like, at your core, who are you? What do you want in life? And so kind of the whole bare essentials idea is, get rid of all this other noise, head trash, if you want to call it, all these narratives that you're telling yourself that really aren't holding up. And I think especially over the next 18 months across all signs, not just fire signs, but Aries in particular, since North Node has moved into your sign, I think there's really going to be a lot of soul searching and kind of that revelation about what is it that is really you. You have years and years, a lifetime of programming, people telling you, oh, this is what a woman does, this is what a man does, this is what a daughter does, or a father, or a son. And so you're kind of living within a framework somebody else created for you. And it's a matter of, is that the framework that resonates with you, or is it just what you're used to? Your soul journey card, happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So some of this kind of comes down to a matter of, how happy do you feel? Like, at the end of the day, is it like, today was a good day? Or is it like, oh, okay, today's over. All right, I'm just going to go to bed and see what tomorrow brings. But do you have that sense of fullness in your heart and happiness and joy? Because if you listen to your body will tell you, if you can quiet your mind enough, your body will tell you if you're on the right path or not. And it's a matter of getting used to listening to your intuition and listening to your body. All right, your romance card, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And this is something, especially with this message of, the bare essentials, the naked truth, and wholeness, that there's, something is coming to completion. Some lesson is being learned. And some of it, in order to move on to the next phase in your life, you may have learned this lesson, but now what are you doing with it? So if you've gotten to a point where within, oh, this is the case, this is the path I want to be on, this is the direction I want to go. Now it's a matter of, you need to have those conversations and make sure that other people are aware of it, so that you can live in your truth, and so that you're not, saying, oh, okay, well, this is the path that I want, but then not doing anything about it. And it doesn't have to be, a major, I'm here and now I'm jumping to here the very next day. But if you're here and your path, your happiness, your calling is over here, you got to start making some steps, because if you've been drifting this way, you're never going to get back over here unless you start doing some sort of course correction. So, card flip over there. So next, let's go to our earth signs. So our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see what is coming through for you. The Fool, new beginnings. So this is kind of that take a leap of faith, fresh start, new adventure, and take what, take that however it resonates with you in terms of what is it in your life that is stagnant? What is it that feels like, you know what, I think this is done. A lot of times as you start to think about it, you get a sense of, this, whatever this is, really needs to go. It's not serving me. It's not making me happy. So that is that card to say, take that leap of faith. All right, let's see with Gaia. Hidden path, the marriage of spirit and matter. So this is finding that balance between what it is that you want in your heart and kind of what are you doing in the real world. Because a lot of times, obviously we live in a 3D world, so there's going to be some element of that. But, how do you combine your 3D activities in a way that's 5D fulfilling for you? Soul Journey card, health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So this could be that call that, maybe you've been telling yourself for years, oh, I really need to get into shape, or I need to eat healthier, or I need to get more sleep, or I need to drink more water, or I need to cut back on, whatever, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs. This is that call to say yes, and maybe this is that new path that you're taking, saying, I'm committing myself to doing that. Let's take a look at the romance card and see what message is coming through for you. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So however that resonates with you, maybe you've been in a position where you've been thinking about, well, do I want to go in this direction or not? And this is saying, yes, go in that direction, take that leap of faith. So that is for our earth signs. Next, let's go to our water signs. So that's going to be our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what message is coming through for you for today. All right. The Fool for you as well. So new beginnings as well for our water signs. And who knows, maybe there's some crossover energy there. Maybe one of you earth signs has met a water sign and you're both kind of dancing around the issue of, oh, should we give this relationship a try? And there you go with that Fool energy. All right. The Search. Feeling lost, confused, and lonely. And that could be what's kind of pushing you into this new beginning, or that you're just now starting this search. Maybe something else has ended for you and you've had that feeling of, what do I do next? I'm not really sure what to do next. So taking that leap of faith and working on that. And a lot of this feeling lost and confused. And this would be a great time to try to kind of get a clearer picture in your mind as to what is it that you want. Not what is it that you have and do I like it. The Freedom card, I'll pull another one. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So what I was going to say was, think about what it is that you want. If you could draft up your life from scratch, and have exactly what it is that you wanted, what would that look like? And then taking that, and I mean, not necessarily like pie in the sky dreaming, oh, I want to be, a billionaire and just travel all over the world and stick my toes in the ocean all day, but like, really, what could you see yourself happily doing every day? And then take a look at where does that not match up in my life? And this is the time for manifesting with the Lionsgate portal right around the corner. I mean, the portal's already opened. It's just a matter of it peaks on the 8th. This next card that came out is worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And that's that whole message of worry doesn't change tomorrow, or it doesn't stop tomorrow. It just robs you of today. So make sure that in this sense of feeling lost, that you're not overly worrying about the future. You know, and the interesting thing is when you put these two cards side by side, look at the way the colors flow together. You have your freedom and your worry card. And with this, it definitely feels like a message of saying, you know, you don't need to be worrying. You have the freedom to create what you want. And so worrying about tomorrow isn't going to give you that tomorrow. You need to work on creating that tomorrow for you. But I love the way, and I can see him a little bit better. But like even the colors within the worry are the same colors as the freedom over here. So trying to get yourself out of that mindset of, well, but what if this? Well, what if this? Well, what if this? Well, work on creating the future you want, not worrying about the future you don't want. So let's take a look at your romance card. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So the rest of this kind of seemed like more of a life path type of scenario, but with the romance card on the pay attention to the red flags, and that could be some of your other passions that you're chasing as well, or if you're in a relationship, like that whole idea of write down what it is that you want. What would everything look like in a perfect world for you? And then start to compare that to what do you have now? Where are some areas where you could tweak things? Where are some areas where, you know, you're not that far off from what you envision as perfect? But make sure that that if there are red flags in terms of your relationship, that you're being honest about it, and that you're not just saying, well, but you know, this is the type of relationship I want, and even though this person has all these red flags, it's a relationship and I want a relationship. So make sure that you're not selling yourself short when you're comparing kind of your list of what is it that I want with what is it that I've got. So, all right, let's jump into our air signs. So our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and see what message is coming through for you. The Moon. This card has been coming out a ton lately for air signs. So I think the universe is very loudly shouting at the air signs that there is something that you need to be cautioned about in terms of deception, something happening behind closed doors that you don't know about. You know, obviously if you're the one that's doing these things, you're aware of it. But I feel like when this comes out, when the same card keeps coming out over and over again, it's a sign to pay attention. So and I can't remember off the top of my head, but I feel like this is at least the third, maybe the fourth time that card's come out for air signs. So be mindful of the people around you, and situations around you may not be what they seem. The Dream. Something is revealed. Insight, breakthrough. This is a great reminder to pay attention to your dreams. If you aren't keeping a dream journal, that might be something to consider doing, whether that's an actual piece of paper, notepad, whether you're pulling it up on your phone. I feel like usually the best time to do that is as soon as you open your eyes, but before you get out of bed. For me, at least anyway, once I get out of bed, like if it's letting the dog outside, by the time I get back to bed, then the details have kind of gotten fuzzy or faded away, and then you're going, wait a second, what was that in that dream? But pay attention to that, because something's going to be revealed to you. And you know, I really feel like it's related to this Moon card, that there's something going on in the background, and your intuition could be trying to ping this in your dreams, and could be trying to communicate something to you in your dreams. And I feel like sometimes dreams are tough, because in certain tough situations, when I've prayed and I've meditated and I've asked the guides for help, I'll end up having two dreams in that night, and one of them says one thing, the other one says the exact opposite. So I'm like, well, that didn't really help. And then the Acceptance card comes out. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. Sometimes if we're holding on to an idea or a concept or a person or a job or whatever it is, we're holding on to it so hard because it's like, well, this is what I want. This is what I want. And it could be that the universe has something better coming in for you, but you have to let go of what you have first in order to make room for this next situation that's coming in, this next set of circumstances that's coming in. So as you're working on your manifesting, one of the things that I've heard before is when you're manifesting, if you're trying to manifest something very specific, whether it's a specific person, whether it's a specific job, whether it's a whatever, a saying or better at the end. So if you're trying to, if you're saying, oh, I want this job that I'm interviewing for, saying that or better, because you may not know what all the universe has available to you or in store for you. All right, so I'm going to pull another card since that one was a jumper. So interesting. It's unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And then the next card was reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So interesting that the two of these are coming out back to back. That, maybe part of this for you with this moon card is a situation, if it's a romantic relationship, where the other person is not being honest with you and there's some other deception, some other situation, whether it's a third party situation, whether it's a third party either being another person, or maybe they're just so fixated on their job that energetically is pulling them. Maybe it's an addiction, maybe it's whatever. But it could be a third party energy, or just that their thoughts or feelings have changed and they're just not saying anything, and that there is this sense of unrequited love in that scenario, and you're being called upon to accept it, and that maybe this is what's being revealed to you, is this unrequited love, and that you're being called upon to accept it, that there's some things that you can't change, like some things you can, some things you can't, but it also has this optimism at the end of reconciliation, that maybe somebody from your past is returning to your life. So that is the message that's coming through for our air signs. But as always, take only what resonates and leave the rest. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and that everybody is off to a wonderful start for their weekend. And I wish you peace and joy along your journey, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.